What's going on, Dolphins? It is your boy Dillon, and I'm here to do one of my quick hit scouting report videos. I'm doing this kind of late. It's after midnight here, but I was kind of lazy today. It was actually a day that I didn't have a ton to do, so I kind of just ended up being lazy today, but I did want to get this in because I did have one planned for today. So let's go ahead and get right to it. It is for the Baltimore Ravens, who just lost to the up-and-coming Cincinnati Bengals. Both teams are now 5-2, and it's looking like the Bengals have, done their rebuild correctly. They didn't have to tank for it, and they're doing pretty well. So, but anyway, they are obviously not the focal point of this. They did blow out the Ravens, though, 41-17, as you can see here. Let's go ahead and take a deeper dive into these statistics. So Baltimore had 393 total yards while allowing 520. They had 278 through the air, giving up 409. They had 115 on the ground, giving up 111. They were 5.5 yards per play, giving up 8.3. Neither team lost a fumble. Baltimore did get an interception off of Cincinnati. Baltimore allowed 5 sacks while only getting 1 of their own. They were 31% on third down while allowing 30% to the Bengals. They had the ball for 31-49, allowing Cincy to have it for 28-11. Baltimore had 5 penalties. Cincy only had 1. All right, now let's take a look at the Ravens. So Lamar Jackson was 15 of 31, just under 50%, 257 yards and 1 touchdown. Tyler Huntley came in and threw for 5 out of 11 for 39 yards. Lamar Jackson, of course, led the way in rushing, because he usually does. 12 rushes, 88 yards, and a 7.3 average. Devontae Freeman, 4 rushes, 14 yards, 1 touchdown, and a 3.5. And Tyson Williams, 2 rushes for 10 yards and a 5 average. Marquise Brown led the way in receiving, 5 for 14 and 80 yards and a touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 3 of 6 for 80. Mark Andrews, 3 of 7, 48. Josh Oliver, 2 of 5 for 29. Devontae Freeman, 3 of 3 for 25. Tyson Williams, 2 for 24. And Devin Duvernay, 1 for 11. Now, did they just lose to the Bengals, who, in recent memory were not very good and expected to not be very good? Yes, absolutely. But it does look like the Bengals are turning around and starting to get themselves into a position of being good, and they are looking to be one of the better teams in the league. I mean, as of right now, they certainly are at 5-2. But yeah, so let's continue on, though, real quick before I get to a little bit more of my commentary. Joe Burrow was 23 for 38, 416 yards, 3 touchdowns, and the 1 interception. Joe Mixon had 12 rushes for 59 yards, 1 score, and a 4.9. Samaje Perine, 11 rushes, 52 yards, a score, and a 4.7. Jamar Chase led the way, 8 out of 10 for 201 yards and a touchdown. CJ Uzomah, 3 out of 3 for 91 and 2 scores. T. Higgins, 7 of 15 for 62. Tyler Boyd, 4 of 7 for 39. And Samaje Perine, 1 for 23. Yeah, but, at the end of the day, Baltimore is a tough team. They've always had our number. Let's see. We do play them in Hard Rock Stadium. It is a home game for us, but this is not a game that I expect the Dolphins to be able to win, unfortunately, especially with everything taken into consideration, etc., etc. But who knows? We will see when we get there. Anyway, let's jump into these league standings, though, real quick so we can finish painting this picture. And as of right now, and I mean, look at these league standings, though. It's going to be, and they're pretty good on defense too. Most of their league. Anyway, let's get through it because you will see these numbers. It's going to be a tough sell to be able to beat these Baltimore Ravens. They are currently 3rd in total yards with 2,923 on the season. 4th in yards per game with 417.6. They are 6th in total passing with 1,982, but 10th in per game average with 283.1. They're 3rd in total rushing with 1,046, 4th in per game average with 149.4, and they are 9th in points with 187 total, 26.7 per game. Defensively, there are some opportunities here, although as you will see, they tend to be a bit bendy but not very breaky. So they're giving up 382.3 yards per game, which is 24th. Passing, they're giving up 312.3, which is 32nd in the league, dead last. But rushing yards, they're only giving up 86.1 per game, which is 4th. And then points, where it actually matters more, and this is why I say pretty bendy, but not quite so breaky. I mean, they're in the middle of the league at 16th with 23.4 per game, 12th with ties. Takeaways, this is an area that they're not particularly great in. They only have 7 on the season, which is 23rd or 8th with ties. 5 interceptions, which is 17th or 7th with ties. 2 fumbles, 27th or 7th with ties. Sacks, they have 15, which is 13th in the league or 7th with ties. And passes defense, they have 30, which is 8th. 4th with ties. So when it comes to sacks and passes defense, obviously in the top half of the league there. And then third down percentage, they're only giving up 32.5% of their third downs, which is currently 4th in the league. And then, of course, as always, here's a quick update and a look at the Dolphins' current offensive and defensive league standings. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Real quick before I do, make sure you check out Rave On Sports, the new fan-driven sports app looking to enhance your game day experience with live play-by-play coverage, chats with other fans, and chats with content creators like myself. Look in the description box for the links for that. And with that, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys appreciate my perspective. If you do, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the bell if you want to get the alerts. Share my channel and videos with your friends and family. Leave your questions, comments, and concerns down in the comment section. Of course, as always, follow me on Twitter at DillonTartaro. And with that, I am out. I'll see y'all soon. Phins up.